Hello and welcome to the class of AWS. So today in this class of management tools we are going to study about AWS cloud formation and AWS cloud trial. So these are the topics to be covered in today's class. So let's start with AWS cloud formation. So why AWS Cloud Formation is required? Now AWS Cloud Formation gives developers and system administrations. That means there is a positive points for various developers and system system administrator. That means we have a positive point for various developers as well as various system administrators so that they can have an effective way so they can have an effective way to create and manage a collection of AWS resources so that they can create and they can manage a collection of related AWS resources. They can manage a collection of related AWS resources. They can provision them. That means provisioning is easy. Provisioning as well as updating them in an orderly manner. So this is the function of AWS Cloud Formation. That means cloud formations gives there is a positive point for developers and various system administration so that they can create, they can manage, they can provision as well as they can update the various AWS resources in an orderly manner. Now here in this case, here defines that means in AWS Cloud Formation, here we have it defines JSON JSON-based templating templating language. So we have defined here some templating language. Now this templating language can be used to describe AWS resources which are necessary for workload. So why templating language is required? So that we can describe various AWS resources. So this is a function of AWS Cloud Formation. Now, for example, we can create or use an existing template. Create or use an existing template. We can second save locally. That means this template can be saved locally or we can save this in S3 bucket where we can save our data. After that, we can use Amazon Web Services Cloud Formation So why to use Amazon Web Services Cloud Formations to create stack based on template? as per the template, we can create a stack. So this is next option. Now, after that, what we can do, we can have AWS CloudFormation, which constructs, configure specific stack resources. So that means AWS CloudFormation, it constructs. That means it forms and configure specific stack resources. Now this is the function of AWS Cloud Formation. Now, next topic in management tools, we have AWS Cloud Trial. AWS Cloud Trial. This is basically a web service that records AWS API calls. So, Cloud Trial is basically a web service. Now, this web service, it records AWS API calls. That means it has a function that it can record all the API calls for an account. For a basic account, it records all the calls and deliver log files for audit. Deliver various log files for audit and review. So it records various calls for an account. It can deliver the various log files for audit and review purpose. Now, what is there in the recorded information? In recorded information, there is an identity of API caller. That means identification of a caller, time of API call. We have a time of API call as well as source IP address of API caller. API caller. We have various request parameters and response elements. And response element. So this is in Cloud Trial. So this is about management tools. Thank you so much.